Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Friday, July 18th. Happy Friday everyone. 6:27 right now. We got market opening up in about 3 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish marking up the zones over here before market opens up shortly. So 40280. Numbers here are off. Hmm. Yeah, the numbers here are way off. I'm gonna redo this real quick. I have to take this off right here. Hmm. It's really weird. All right, guys. Anyways, market is now open. For some reason, my AI is like way off with my daily outlook for the day. Unless it's just a typo. I think it might be a typo. Yeah, it's weird. All right. Anyways, market is now open. We got price pushing down right now. Breakout for today was a sell. Looks like it's pushing down already super hard. Yeah, the breakout has already hit. If anybody decided to take that, you guys are going for that 1 to 2 right there. So breakout right there was a sell. Again, if you guys understand how the breakout works, we had a sell signal right here. Market opened up. It was entry for a sell. Looking over here at the 2 minute opening range. So it is starting to set up right here. Bias for today is bearish, it looks like. So we'll see what happens here as price continues to move along. I've been getting a lot of errors right here on NinjaTrader, so I'm going to be a little careful with my entries. Looks like the lower range is going to be right here at 44,698. You guys are looking to take that, or I believe there's news this morning too. Yeah, this opening candle is huge, about 70 points. All right, so if you guys are looking to take this 2 minute orb right here, you're going to look for price to break below that 44,698. You're going to look for price to retest, then place a pending order right there at the lower end of it. 44,698. So I'll be watching it right here. It's got to for sure close below. If it closes near the line or around the line, obviously not going to be looking to take it there. If it pushes too far, also not going to be looking to take it there as well. Okay, this thing's too overextended, guys. I'm not going to take the orb today. If you guys want to take it, feel free to take it. This thing pushed way too far out. It already pushed out 40 points. Um, I think this is going to be a tricky entry because we might get a fake out and a pullback into the range here. So if you guys want to take this right here, the 2-minute opening range momentum move is going to be at 44,698. This is where your pending order is supposed to be sitting. However, price pushed out more than 40 points. 40 points isn't the threshold for me completely, but once it hits 50 points, which it already did right here, that's typically going to be my threshold. 50, 60 points, my threshold for the opening range. So if you guys want to take the regular opening range, you guys can get in already, write this down further. So the normal regular opening range orb entry is right there. Again, for me, I'm waiting for it to come back and retest, but it's not looking like it's going to come back and retest. It's kind of similar to what happened yesterday. It's a really strong push down below. Wes is asking what's the TP stop loss. TP stop loss is 40-20. 40-20 for pretty much everything, aside from the sweeps. Chris, yes, I also got the same weird results as well. I'm trying to figure it out, like what's wrong with it. Let me just refresh maybe. I'm not sure why the data came out like that. It's weird. It's never been like that off before. It's been off sometimes, but not like I'm wondering if it's just a typo. Hey, what's up, Sam? Okay, I just redid it again, and it's actually better now. So let me just redo this again. The numbers are right. I just had to refresh my chat GBT in a new chat. So if you guys are looking to take the 2-minute orb, guys, it's still like hasn't filled yet. I mean, I wouldn't take it now because, like I said, price is already is pushed past the area, so I wouldn't necessarily look for entry now. I'd look for a later entry. 44 to all right. I finally got this sorted out. So let me just mark up the levels here now. So my demand level is going to be at 44 200, 44 300. Band zone 2. 44 500, 44 600. Band zone 1. More numbers here overlap. Yeah, for some reason, like a lot of the AI today has been kind of off for some reason. Like this is, I mean, it's not super off, but it is a little off right now. Um, like the levels are exactly lined up, which I think is weird. Whatever, I'm gonna put it up here anyways, just so that we have an idea of like where the supply and demand levels are at. Okay. So we're currently in the supply zone right now. Definitely looks a little off. There's no other entries here right now. The orb over here never filled, guys, so the orb is still pending right now for the momentum orb. If you're taking the regular orb, it's currently running, but the momentum orb hasn't filled yet, so we're looking for that retest. At this point, price is pushed out too far, so I wouldn't take it. But if you guys do want to take it, it still hasn't filled. Looking over here at the overall trend, we're currently in a bearish trend right now, obviously. We would have to wait for the 15-minute here to confirm. So if you look over here on the 15-minute time frame, we need this to actually close below the pivots. So I'm not really looking to take any entries here until the next 5 minutes or so. Once the candle is closed, once it closed below, then I'll start looking for some possible opportunities for entry. But as of now, I'm trying to figure out like what's going on with these numbers here because the numbers here are kind of like super off. Here, I'm gonna mark this up again. I'm gonna try one more time. Try to run up the data here again. So let's see, 44, 958. Okay, this looks a little more realistic. See, the thing is, this is so far from current price. I don't know if price will ever reach these points. I guess today we're just not going to have a daily outlook. Every time I search up the daily outlook, it comes up different. I don't know if anybody else is having the issue aside from Chris, but Chris also noticed it as well. Yeah, I don't know. The levels here are like they're definitely a bit off. I'm gonna leave the old levels that were up there already. These new levels are they seem even more off. All right, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Yeah, no, if you look at the one that I posted, Chris, it was like at 40,000. Like we were nowhere near the price. Like the numbers were extremely off. Um, for some reason, I don't know why, but like the connection issue has been like kind of weird. I started to notice also with my AI, it was like producing data really slow. Usually it's super fast when it produces the data, but for whatever reason, it's like super off today. Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I had to delete it. If you look over here at my data, so if you look at the numbers here, this is the one that I actually posted earlier. I didn't double check it, but it was at 40,280, right? And we're not even anywhere near 40,000. We're at 44,000. And then I ran it back again, and it's now at 44,000, where it's a proper number, but it still seems like super, super off. So let me run it again. I'm just gonna run it a couple times until it finally fixes. You know what I'm thinking is like the sources that the AI is pulling this data from, the data might be off on those websites. And that's what's like screwing up the data pull. That's a problem with like with AI sometimes is that it pulls data and then it goes to these websites that are unconfirmed and they're unverified, and then it kind of throws off the data pull. See, it's weird. Now that I do it, it like keeps saying that it's like in this one over here, it said it was bearish. And then on the other one, it says it's bullish. Anyways, there's no entries for us right now, guys. The 2 minute orb over here never like filled for the momentum. The regular orb looks like it might have hit stop if it was filled at that point, but the orb that I'm looking to take it hasn't filled yet. Price broke below, never came up to retest it. So right now it's still sitting below this point here. This 15-minute candle is about to close in about 15 seconds, so I'll probably start looking for some possible sell entries. All right, I think I might have fixed it a little bit here. Let me just do this one more time, guys. Sorry, it's for some reason it's just been all over the place at this 44,700, 44,720. Yeah, this looks a little more accurate. There we go. Okay, this looks a little better. I'm not gonna label them. I'm just gonna mark up the zones here. Still a little weird, but I think this is gonna work better for us here. Okay, so the zones here are a little bit cleaner. I'll just leave it as is. I'm not gonna mark up any other zones because for whatever reason, it's just all over the place. But all right, let's keep looking. So no entries here yet. Looks like we had an MPS V2 that came up. Sam actually caught it, so nice work on catching that, Sam. Looking for the next opportunity here. So the trend is currently bearish. I'm probably going to be looking for some sells today. We actually have a high-low break and retest that is currently running right now. It looks like I don't know if it's hit TP already. It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna hold off on it. It's currently at the demand zone right here, so this isn't really a good area to be trading. So I'll keep marking up the zones here. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the higher time frame. So let's just do that real quick. Not gonna force any trades here. If I see something good, then I'll take it. Actually, if I see something great, I'll take it. I'm not gonna take something that's just good. It needs to be a really a really great entry that looks solid. Down to the 8 hour. 2 hour. 1 hour. 30 minute. 15 minute. 10 minute. And back to the 1 minute here. All right, looks like we're good. So I've marked up pretty much all of the areas of liquidity here. Like I said earlier, we have a high-low break and retest that is currently running right now off this lower low. It's currently at the demand zone right now, so it's not exactly the area that I'd be looking to take entry, but it is currently running right now. So if anybody's looking to take it, I mean, feel free. We do have news coming up at 7 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, high impact news, Michigan consumer sentiment. Thanks, guys, for the heads up. So we had news at 5:30, which was positive, and then we have news coming up right here at 7 o'clock as well. Yeah, there's actually no reaction to the news earlier this morning. All right, so we got this over here kind of pushing through. There's a MPS V2 also running alongside this entry. So this is a high-low break and retest, plus we have an MPS V2 right here running for a sell. So you got two entries running alongside each other. Not in this position right here because we're currently at the demand zone. This is an area of manipulation where price can likely just spike up. So not really looking to take anything there per se. Um, the trend right now is bearish, so mainly going to look for some sells here versus buys. We got an area of liquidity down here, so if price does push down lower, we have the target price point down here. Check some stuff. All right, so the orb here hasn't filled yet. I'm gonna check some other stuff, guys. I just got some other trades that I got in mind for this week. There's earnings for Verizon, which is gonna be on Monday. Low point right here. Price is currently at Um, keep watching it. All right, I'll come back and take a look at that in a few. All right, so full TP right here, guys. If you guys caught this for the high-low break and retest, it was at the demand zone, so it's a little tricky for the entry. There's a follow-up entry that happened right after it too, right here. So there's basically two entries that were running alongside each other. We had three entries actually. We had the high-low break and retest right here. We had the NPSV2, and then we have another high-low break and retest right here at this lower level. We don't overlap trades, so we wouldn't take the second one because this one was still running. But if you guys were looking to take a second one right here or one that followed it, this would be the follow-up entry, which would be right here, which is now currently still running again. Hasn't hit the full 40 there. All right, so I'll be looking for opportunities here to present themselves. There's nothing down below here. So as you guys can see, the next demand level is like way down here. So once news passes, probably I'll start looking for some opportunities for entry here. It's currently 6:53, so we got about 7 minutes till Michigan consumer sentiment at 7 o'clock, which is going to be high impact. So not really messing with that right now at the moment. This is my JP Morgan trade that I was talking about earlier this week, guys. I'm still in it for earnings. So it's pushing up. My first target price point for exit is going to be right here at 292. Just trying to get out around like 300, but I think 292 might be the good cutoff point. So let me see. I'm going to put that in my orders actually. Sell all at 292. So I'll be making 16,060 on that trade there. All right. All right. Yeah. If you guys saw my JP Morgan move that I talked about earlier this week, I'll be pulling out right here at 292. So I'll be making 16,060 on that trade. Not too bad. Well, I'm not making that, but that's how much I'm pulling out. I basically bought in. How much did I buy on that? I bought. So I bought 12,475 in shares, and once I sell it off at 292, I'll be making 16,000. So it's price pretty nice little profit right there, making about 4 or 5,000, somewhere around there. So pretty nice move right there for the JP Morgan earnings. Yeah, right there. All right, I'll come back and take a look at this in a few. I'm still looking for my entries over here for YM. No opportunities here right now. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Chart's a little messy. All right, so we're back in the demand zone right here. What I'll be looking for here is I'll look for price to break and close below the lower low right here. Retest it. I'll try to get in right there for the entry. We got news right here in about 3 minutes. Nice visual. Yeah, so visual actually got in for 100 points right there on the orb entry. So he got the break right there. Wrote that down for 100 points. So my orb actually didn't fill, guys. I didn't take any orb today because it never came up to retest the area. It just pretty much took off like it did yesterday. So looks like a couple people over here jumped in on the close of the candle. For the original strategy, it's the close of the candle. For me, I'm waiting for the break and retest of it because I like placing limit orders so I don't get in right away with market. Um, Still looking for the next opportunity right here. Hasn't came up yet. Again, if I don't find anything here, that's great. I'm not going to take it. I'm pretty good with my profits for the week so far, so there's no need for me to really force anything. Obviously, I'd like to take something here, but not going to be forcing anything unless it's looking like an A plus type entry. All right. What tick range are you using, Visual, for yours? Assuming you're using maybe 100 tick, 200 tick. Yeah, I could pull up the tick chart, but it wouldn't be on TradingView. They like make you pay for everything on here now. Before the tick chart was included, but now you got to pay for it. It's kind of annoying. It's annoying because I'm on the highest version already. So yeah, so like you can go on the tick chart right here, 189 tick. Okay, that's a very specific number, but that's solid. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because I'm already on the premium. They added this new plan called Expert. It's crazy. It's crazy that they added that to it, but it's all good. It's all a cash grab, right, for a lot of these companies now. Just increase the subscription. All right, so looking over here, here is the news, guys. This is Michigan consumer sentiment. We got a big spike to the upside right here. Yeah, I still have the tick chart on my Thinkorswim. I guess I could open up my Thinkorswim if I really, really wanted to have the tick chart, but it's not super, super necessary. I'm pretty sure I have a tick chart over here too on my. Yeah. I'm gonna see what it looks like on my Ninja. Nice. Okay, I have the tick chart over here on my Ninja. It actually looks pretty good at entry that you took right there. Do you mark up your orb on the tick chart too, visual, or is it just for your entry? I guess it'd be a little difficult to mark up the orb on here because it's not exact. Right? I mean, it's possible, but it is kind of tricky. Yeah, low would have been right there. So I'm looking at the tick chart on the 189. The break and retest actually would have filled right here because the entry would have been at 44,698. Is that where it is on here too? Yeah, same thing, 44,698. But the candle that broke it was at like 6. 32, and it actually like broke and then it came right back up to that retest area. Interesting. Yeah, maybe that's something I'll look into in the future. I'm like really curious now because it looks like the ticks are actually pretty interesting. How'd you get that number 189? It's like a very specific number. Just kind of curious like how it came across that specific number there. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the order from yesterday. 44, 6, 44, 416. Well, yeah, the numbers for that because it would have filled yesterday too, that break in the retest. Yeah, visual set, I have it set on my tick chart on quant tower. It puts automatic 2-minute lines. Okay, so you're actually doing the time. Okay, I gotcha. You're doing the time base, but then you have I mean, it wouldn't really matter. Usually it lines up perfectly anyways, because I'm looking at it right now. The numbers are pretty much the same. Um, yes, that's interesting. Gosh, yeah, visual said 89 is a big number on EMA moving average, and based on my back test, 189 is the best number. Awesome. Thanks for sharing visual. I'll take a look at it, but that's actually pretty cool. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I wouldn't mind paying extra to have it on on here on TradingView, but we'll save that for another day. All right, guys, we have a possible high-low break at retest setting up right here, guys. We're below the demand zone. So we're looking for price to possibly break and close below this level right here, 44,572, and a possible retest of that area. 44,572 right here. So this thing would have to break and close below it and stay below it. We got about 9 seconds left on this candle right here.
Order
All
submitted.
right, I'll put a pending order right there. If it doesn't fill on this current candle right here, it's got to be canceled. Looks like it's not going to fill, so I'm probably going to cancel it pretty soon. We got 40 seconds left on this candle right here. And about 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Doesn't fill right here. I'm going to cancel it pretty soon. I'm going to cancel it. All right, order canceled. Go back to my minute chart.
Order canceled.
All right, so I canceled my order right there, guys. My rule for this specific strategy, if it doesn't fill on the first candle, I cancel it. Right here, looks like it filled on the second candle. If you guys are still looking to take it, I'll follow it for you guys, but the entry right here has not filled. So I cancel my entry there for a high-low break and retest. Clean this up a little bit. Looks like a good thing right there. Man, this market's been kind of taking off the past 2 days. Yesterday and today, it's just been taking off. We haven't really had opportunity to get into our entries because as soon as the setup happens, it just doesn't come back to retest, which is all good. So no entries from you yet. All right, I'm gonna take this off because there's no entry there, guys. So we had a lower low right here. I was going to try to get in for a high-low break and retest. We had this candle break and close below it. This candle never filled it. So since it didn't fill it, I canceled it. And the trade is still technically running if you're waiting for it to fill on the second candle. But for my back test, if it doesn't fill on the first candle, it's usually not a good setup. Um, so that's why I filter that out. But again, if you guys wanted to take this here, even and you didn't care about the first candle hitting it, then it's actually currently still running right now. Volume and volatility is a little low. Doesn't look like a super, super great trade, but um, I mean, it's still running. So we'll see. If price breaks and closes below this momentum line right here. So if price breaks and closes below this area with the red candle, this is going to be an MPS V2 entry. So you'll have two trades running alongside each other. The high-low break and retest from right here, and then also the MPS V2 right here. So it's got to wait. Yeah, if you guys are in that position, we'll see if it pulls through, but there's just no entries here right now. It's been kind of a weird day in the markets these past 2 days. We've been getting a lot of super heavy pushes. Getting a lot of super heavy pushes, plus we're getting a lot of consolidation after like some really, really strong consolidation. If you guys remember the trading day yesterday, we were stuck in a sideways market like pretty much all day. Straight sideways within the range. So again, that trade there is still running. This is going to be a possible MPS V2 if anybody is looking to take it, guys. So we got a couple trades running alongside each other here. High-low break and retest, which wasn't a valid entry. However, if you guys wanted to take it, that would be the entry for you right there. Possible MPS V2 setting up right here. So if this candle closes below this blue line right here, this is going to be an MPS V2. This is a tricky entry because the candle closed below it, but the candle actually reopened above it right here. So I wouldn't really consider that a clean MPS V2. Um, what I'm looking for here next is I'm looking for a high here to be established because this lower low right here isn't established yet, so we can't use this as another high-low break and retest. Yeah, Sam skipped the MPS V2 right there. We're in the consolidation, guys, so this is like kind of a tricky time to be taking entries. We're just stuck within consolidation here right now. If you're in this position right here, looks like it's about to hit 30 points. Once it hits 30 points, I do highly recommend you move your stop loss and profit. If you don't move your stop loss and profit, that's perfectly fine. It's up to you. But for my stats, it's best to move your stop loss and profit once it hits 30. So it has hit 30 already so far. I, for the most part, would move stop loss and profit. If you guys don't want to, it's completely fine. But I would say in this type of market, you probably want to guarantee some profit because you never know when price is going to turn on you. All right, nothing here yet. And here we are back in this consolidation range. The overall trend is bearish right now, so obviously I'm going to be looking for sells. The 1 minute here is bearish. Price is below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling down. Same with the 5 minute over here. Price is below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling down. Lastly, over here on the 15 minute, price is below the pivots. Trend meter is red, and pivots are angling down. So the lower time frames over here are all bearish. They're all indicating that price is likely to continue dropping. Looking over here on the 30 minute, price is shifting to a bearish trend. Same with the 1 hour over here. 1 hour hasn't confirmed yet, but it is shifting down. And same with the 4 hour here. So the 4 hour is more on the neutral side. 1 hour is on the neutral bearish side. 30 minute is neutral bearish. Everything else on the lower time frames are bearish. So with that said, we're probably going to look for some sells here, but right now it's just not looking too clean because there isn't too much direction here. We got price kind of just sitting in limbo at the moment. All right, so we got this coming down right now. Mm. Okay, full TP right there, guys. If you guys took that high-low break and retest, full TP right there for 40 points. So if you moved your stop loss and profit to 10, you would have guaranteed 10. It never came up and hit 10, but it came right back down right here to hit the full TP for 40 points. So if you guys caught that, nice work. If you guys didn't catch that, completely fine. I will just be waiting for next opportunity here to present itself. Check some stuff over here real quick. Where am I trying to get in from? Um, 167. All right, guys, looking for my next opportunity for entry right here. If price breaks and closes past this lower low right here, which is going to be at 44,531, this will be another high low break and retest. So I'll be following it right here. I'm going to adjust this real quick. So again, high low break and retest if price breaks and closes below this price point right here, 44,531. The volatility has kind of died down quite a bit. ATR is currently at 23 right now. So it's going to be a clean break. If it's a clean break and close below, I'll look for possible opportunity to get into it. But if it's not clean, then obviously I'm going to sit out of this here. So it has to break and close below that That blue line right there. It's not looking like it's going to close. We have about 5 seconds left. All right, again here on this following candle. We got 30 seconds left on this candle, so we got some time. If you guys are looking to take this high-low break and retest, price is going to be at 44,531. Price has to break and close below it, and then we get in on the retest. It's not looking like price is going to break and close below it, so no entry there. No, no entry there, guys. I mean, price is in this heavy consolidation right here anyway, so I think the directional entries are going to be a little bit tricky to be taken right now. All right, no entry there, guys. No entry, and I'll probably just wait for the next setup. I think this is pretty much done with this specific price area. We have a new low right here. It's not established yet, but once it's established, this could be the new low for the entry point. Let's see. Glenn's asking MPSV2 at 710. Yes, that is correct. So on the 710 candle close, this was an MPSV2 right here. So stop loss would have been moved in profit if you guys were taking that right there. That was an MPSV2 that I talked about earlier. Sam said he's expecting a reversal. Yeah, me too. That's why I'm like not really looking to take anything here right now. Visual said this thing might go and sweep yesterday's low, 44 at 350. I could see that. 44 at 354. It's like in my demand area down here, or it's below it actually. Yeah, it's right at the London low. So your sweep area is going to be right here at the London low, which I can see happening because price is trying to go down here, grab all liquidity, bounce off in reverse. Shiv is asking, so lower low, find the lower high, then map the limit. Yeah, basically. It doesn't have to be a lower high or a lower low. You're just looking for a high low to be established. So like for example, right here, this lower low was established once this lower high came up. Same with this one right here, right? This lower high was established once this lower low was established once this lower high was established. So you're looking for a high low, high low. It doesn't have to be a lower high or a higher low or anything like that. It just has to be, you're looking for structure to break. That's what you're looking for. So you're looking for structure to establish, then structure to break, retest, continue lower. Same with the opposite, right? Like you're looking for price to establish a high here, establish a low, break and retest. So you're just looking for that continuation pattern. Yeah, don't get too caught up on lower low, higher high. This has to be a high low. I mean, obviously lower lows and higher highs make more sense, but it's not necessary. All right, guys, we are stuck in a pretty strong consolidation right here now. I think price is going to sit here for a bit until it actually breaks out. So yes, we are stuck in this consolidation zone at the moment. No big deal. I mean, just gotta wait for here to eventually price is gonna break out of this area, but we gotta give it some time. Sam said, I'm basically expecting a retracement uh towards up, then sell. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so maybe a break and retest off the demand zone. I could see that happening because it looks like over here was a fake out, right? Price broke below it, faked out, came back below it, and then the actual retest is gonna happen right here as it comes back down further. So yeah, I could see that happening. The overall trend here is very bearish, so could definitely see that happening here. I'm not in a rush to take anything though. Obviously, I'm gonna wait for stuff here to come up, but right now, just sitting tight. All right, we're just waiting for something here to happen, guys. Price is just going sideways. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, there's not really much going on here. Sam said 444,682. I think you added an extra two there, right? I'm assuming it's like an extra number there. 44,628. No, you're right. Never mind. My bad. Or am I? No, yeah, I think you added an extra number. So 44,608, 28 sweep, confirmation red candle, sell on demand. So 628. Gotcha. So Sam's looking for price to push up and basically sweep off the upper demand level right here. Just a little past my demand level. Break below and continue down further. Visual said, or it could be a V-shaped recovery with Dow. You never know. Also, today option expiration days, so weird things may happen. Yeah, and I agree with you 100% Visual. When it's the options expiration date, there's a lot of different things that can. I think that's what's happening here, right? This is why the volume is kind of dying down because the option is starting to decay. The option's about to expire, so I expect a breakout or a spike to happen at the very last second. I mean, I'd be super pissed if I was in an options move right now and like my strike price is right here, my strike price is right here, right? You guys have seen this before. If you guys have traded options in the past, you guys will see price kind of slows down near your strike prices once it's down to like decay, and it will break out above it and you'll either lose or break out below it and you'll win. But it's like it always happens and it's crazy. It drives me crazy, honestly. So I stopped trading options. So manipulated. All right, looks like we might have a high-low break and retest below this lower low right here, guys. It's going to be at 44,521. I need some volatility though. If I don't get any volatility here, probably not going to look to take it. But if we do get some volatility here, I'm open to possibly getting in. I just need the volatility to pick up a little bit. I need to break below, retest, come down lower. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for right here. And it did not close below it. Yeah, this is I mean you guys can see from the previous candles, if you just look back to all these candles right here, they're very, very small. Very small, not much volatility, pretty much dead for the most part overall. Again, price point to be looking for and paying attention to is going to be 44,521 down here. Also got this up here. Yeah, there is nothing coming up here so far. All right, guys, looks like we might have price finally breaking close below it, but like I said, I need some volatility behind this move. 44,521. It's got to like for sure close below. If it doesn't for sure close below, not even gonna bother looking at it. This is too close to the candle close, so I'm not going to be looking to take this here. Did not close below it again. This could be the closeout we were waiting for, guys. So if you're looking to take this high-low break and retest, you're looking for this candle to break and close below this lower low, retest the 44,521 for entry, and then you're going to look for it to come down lower from where it's currently at. Let's see. Or I'll try to get into it right here. So it just filled right there. 44,521, kind of slow. Um, so the 30 is going to be right here, guys. Once price reaches 30 points, my stop loss is going to get moved in profit. Let's put a line here so I can see where that 30 is at. Volatility is a little low right here. I was hoping the volatility would pick up and continue dropping, but it's just kind of flatlined at this point. So we'll see. Again, right here, I'm in the positions currently running in profit. Once it reaches 30 points right here, my stop loss will get moved in profit. I'm going to aim for the 40 points. Otherwise, I'm going to aim for the 10 if my stop loss gets moved in profit there. Trade's currently running, so I'm just going to let it breathe. Let it do what it needs to do. I'm in profit about 12 points right now, 14 points. This is the high-low break and retest entry. Let's take a look at the overall trend. Overall trend here is still very bearish. We have the 1 minute, which is prices below pivot, prices below the pivots, trend meters red, pivots are angling down. 5 minute as well, prices below the pivots, trend meters red, pivots are angling down. Same with the 15-minute, prices below the pivots, trend meters red, and the pivots are angling down. Looking over here on the 30, the bearish trend is confirmed. 1 hour over here, price has not confirmed yet bearish, but price, if it does close below this point in the next 28 minutes or so, it will confirm bearish trend. 4 hour here, not yet, but again, it's going to try to. Let's take a look at the market profile. Market profile over here. There's nothing really here. Price is kind of out in the open. See over here, the 1 minute market profile. Yeah, there's not really too much going on right here, guys. The volatility is kind of low. Looks like it's pulling back into the range. If this here hits my stop, it's completely fine. I'm still taking the 1 to 2, so I'll probably try to get in on another entry to make it back and recoup the profits on that. Let's see, the volatility here is not really doing too much. Looks like it's pulling back into the upper range. All right, I'm stopped out in profit, it looks like. Yeah, or not stopped out in profit, I stopped out right there. We got pretty
Stop
close to
them.
our 30 points right here. We got really close to our 30 points right there. It just never moved my stop loss in profit because we didn't get exactly down to that 30, but it's all good. It just pulled back into this range here. So it faked out, pulled back into the range. I was hoping it'd hit at least my 30 there so my stop loss could move in profit, but wasn't the case here. So I'm still in profit for the week, so not really too big of a deal on that trade. I'll look for another opportunity here. If I can get into one more entry, I'll be able to recoup my loss on this one and I'll make profit on top of it since I'm doing a 1 to 2. So small loss right there. And we'll see if we can get into something else here. I mean, if the volatility picks up, it is just a little slow. It looks like it hit the 30, but I don't know. No, it got really close to it. So if I zoom in a lot, let me zoom in like really, really close. So the 30 right here, it was probably off by like 1 point. Yeah. So unfortunately, my 30 right there did not get filled. or it didn't actually hit the 30. So when it hits 30 right there, it's supposed to move my stop loss and profit. It was off by like maybe a fraction of a point, but it's all good. That would have been a 10-point move for me right there. All right, so small loss right there, 20 points. I'm going to try to get in on another opportunity if it does come up here. If it doesn't come up, again, it's completely fine. Not looking to force any trades here. We're just in this sideways market. Price pretty much faked out. Or here's what happened. Price was consolidating when we're on this middle area. Price pulled below. We were looking for that break and retest, drop down lower, but then it ended up pulling right back into this upper range. So we're back in this range, like price hasn't really gone anywhere. And just gonna wait for that next opportunity here. Yeah, Sam said he took it. He got out at 15, couldn't break his consistency rule. Sam said just bad luck, 44, 460, sweep look juicy. Yeah, 100%. It was just one of those trades that unfortunately it missed it by just like less than a point and didn't get to move my stop loss and profit, but it's all good. I'll keep looking for the next opportunity over here. 7:35 right now. It's getting closer to 8 o'clock. So I just need one trade here to recoup it. See if I can get that today. 7:36. We got some time. Trade looked pretty decent though, overall. All right, we got price again, maybe making its way back down. If it makes its way back down, I'll try again for another high-low break and retest. If not, then I will just kind of wait here. There's a sweep right here that just happened off this lower high, if you guys caught that. Yeah, Sam sweep was at 44, 460. Yeah, that's what I was kind of aiming for down here when I took that sell right there. Sam, I was looking for price to push down lower and reach the liquidity right here for it to possibly sweep. But yeah, there's a sweep right here that just came up, guys. Already hit 40 points right there if anybody decided to catch that. It wasn't like a stand, it didn't really stand out too much because there wasn't any confluences here, but that was a sweep right there. 40 points off this lower high. Again, I'm gonna be looking for possible opportunities here for break and retest again. Mainly sells. There wasn't any reason here for price to really reverse on me. There's no market profile down here, nothing on the 30. Ideally, I'd look for price to push down or reach this lower level right there. That's why I was kind of confident with the entry. All right, 740 right here. Volatility is starting to kind of slow down again. I mean, it's been pretty slow this whole day. You guys can see the range right here. It's been around 20 ATR for the most part of the day. I'll be looking over here for price to push around. See, Sam's asking sweep at 44,568. Yeah. So there's a sweep right here. You could have taken either of these levels right here, Sam. There was one right here right below it at 44,567, and then one right above it at 44,568. Did you get into that one, Sam? My bad. I just saw your message. I actually, yeah, but the sweep would have been right here. The problem with the sweep right here though is that there was no confluences, right? There was no lines here for price to confirm that it was going to bounce off that area. It was just it was just an open area liquidity. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have taken this trade right here, Sam. It was an entry, but it wasn't one that I would personally take. Like if these liquidity zones were in this box over here, then I would have taken it, but it wasn't. It was just kind of out in the open. All right, make some adjustments right there. We have another possible opportunity right here for a high-low break and retest. I'm gonna look for price to break and close below this lower low. Look for it to retest this area, come back down further from there. We're just stuck in this consolidating market, guys. So, until we start to get some directional move, like the directional moves are going to be to the downside or directional moves to the upside, it's just going to be tough to catch these directional entries. The sweeps are going to be ideal to take here, but I'd still go with the trend. So like if I was to look for a sweep here, I'd look for another sweep right there. But I would need some sort of confluence. There's no confluences up here. There's no sessions, there's no supply and demand, there's no resistance, there's no any of that stuff around that area. So we'll just keep waiting. Again, I'm looking for price to break and close below here. I would like price to drop lower because I don't want this low to be established. If this low becomes established, then we can't use this anymore, right? We can't use this low anymore. It's got to be the closest low. So I need this to drop lower, break below here, retest. Entry is going to be right here at 44,492. So I'll be watching it right here. 44,492. Might happen on this next candle right here. All right, 44,492. Candle's got to close below it. Look to get in for this high-low break and retest. It's got to for sure close below it though. It's got 20 seconds left on this candle here. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, I'll put my pending order right there, 44,492.
Order submitted.
It's got to fill on this candle right here. If it doesn't fill, I'm going to cancel it. So we got my pending sell limit right there waiting. Got 40 seconds left on here. There's also an MPS V2 running alongside too. So we got an MPS V2, which is also right here. Sell signal, retracement, confirmation. Not sure if this will fill. If this here doesn't fill again within the next 15 seconds, going to cancel my order. We got 5 seconds left. And I'm canceling my order. Order canceled. All right, so there's an MPSV2 which ran right here. Already hit full TP, right? Or not. It's actually still running.
Order canceled.
So canceled my order right there, guys. It never filled. We got an MPSV2 running right here. I was looking for that high-low break and retest around this level right here. Price never came up to retest it on this following candle, so I had to cancel it. This level here is now no longer useful, and we have a new level down here. Not established yet, but that's what we'll be looking for. All right, we got 15 minutes till 8, guys. We'll see if I can get an entry in. All right, no entry here again, guys. Next opportunity might come up next once price comes back down lower. All right, so we got a new low here. I'm going to clean this up. We have a new low right here. We have a new high right here. Again, I'm going to look for another opportunity here for a high-low break and retest. Price to break below this lower low, retest, continue down lower from there. We still got room here for price to push down lower. It's just it hasn't came down and the volatility here is not very high. All right, next entry point right here is going to be at 44,475. Be looking for price to come below this point. Just following the trend. 44,475. Not there yet. Probably not going to get there until next candle. All right, we got a pending sell signal right here. 44,475 is going to be the price point. It's just annoying when like so this previous candle right here is a nice red candle, right? I was hoping we get okay another nice red candle for it to drop lower. Right here you can see the volatility just gets flat. It pushes for like maybe one candle and then it just flattens out. We do have a bearish direction though, so see what happens here. This thing might come down at the last second, so I'm gonna keep watching it. It's just the volatility right now is a little low. All right, so we got an invalid sell signal right there. There's nothing wrong with an invalid sell signal. We just got possible momentum to push down from here. All right, 44,475 is going to be my break and close price point. I'm looking for the retest there. Again, going to wait for price to come below this point. All right, nothing there yet. We have about 5 seconds left on this candle. All right, might get it on the next one here. if we get a further push, but still nothing. So I would need some volatility on this. If I don't get any volatility on this, then I'm probably going to I'm probably gonna sit out on it. But we'll see. It just looks pretty flat and it's just getting flatter. If you look at the ATR, it's down to 19 now. It's currently at 20 earlier. Now it's kind of flattened out even more. So again, we're looking for price to break below, retest, continue lower from there. Possibly push down to the demand zone down below. And this market is really slow today. It's really slow for a Friday. There's no other news for today. Yeah, there's not much catalyst to push price around. It's just all the news that's pretty much came out already. All right, no entry there. Price is pushing back up. So, like we said earlier, guys, there's not really too much going on here. We've been stuck in this consolidation. Unfortunately, our entry right here was just very unlucky. So the entry we took right here was very unlucky because it ended up pulling up and then pulling right back down. So we got stopped out, but then price pushed right back down further. I was trying to get in here for another opportunity for a sell, but it just has not filled and there's not looking like it's going to come down anytime soon. 7:51 right now. We got about 9 minutes till 8 o'clock. Price is now pushing back to the upper range and it's still stuck within this range here. So Visual said, okay, guys, I'm done. Have a good weekend. Let's do it Monday again. Yeah, definitely Visual. See you back here on Monday. Have a good weekend. Shiv said, going to take my small win and call it. Catch you next week. Yeah, definitely, Shiv. We'll see you back here on Monday. All right, we'll see if anything else happens here over the next 9 minutes. I don't think anything's going to happen here, but keep following it, see if anything does. Overall, it's a pretty good week, though. Made some pretty good profit this week, guys. All right, nothing here. So let me go over here real quick, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start uploading my positions on my TraderSync. Let's see if I could add it on here. Okay, no problems. Yeah, it's not looking like we're gonna get an entry here, guys. I was looking for price to come back below this area. It's not looking like that's gonna happen today. Everything's bearish though. I mean, like I said earlier, guys, looks like we just got caught with an unlucky spike to the upside because it is still bearish overall. I was hoping to catch the second leg, but the second leg just never came through. So we took well, there's a couple entries here. So if you guys are just joining in, or if you guys didn't see what happened earlier, there's a couple entries that came up. So we had the momentum breakout, the original breakout. It hit full TP right there for basically 40 points. If you wanted to go for the full 100, could have gone for that 100 right there. That's the regular breakout. Looking over here on the orb entry, the break and retest for the orb didn't fill, but the regular orb did fill right here, pushed down for 100 points. Looking over here, we had a high-low break and retest off this area as a full TP right there. We had an MPS V2 right there, full TP as well. I took a high-low break and retest right here. Unfortunately, this hit my stop loss. It came up, stopped me out, and then it came right back down. So I just got unlucky with that trade. I was trying to catch the second leg as price was pushing down lower here for a recovery, but unfortunately, price just never came back down further. So we're stuck right here within this big range. There's a big range right here down the middle, and there's no opportunities for entry here. If you guys want to take some sweeps, I mean, a possible sweep level is going to be right here at 44,572. That'll be the sweep level. There's just no confluences around this area though. So if you get a sweep, this is just going to be a standalone sweep. There's no confluence for rejection. There's no sessions. There's no resistance. There's no support. There's nothing around there for price to bounce off of. But it's still a sweep nonetheless. All right, 755 right now. So for this week so far, guys, here, let me put this up real quick. I gotta put the loss there, of course, so that you guys know what happened for today. Here, I'm gonna screenshot my profits for the day as well. My losses, I guess. Wasn't really a bad, I mean, today was just, we got unlucky with that trade, but the week overall was actually a pretty good week. So can't really complain. I'm in profit for the week still, so it's not really a big deal to me right here, eating this loss as long as I close the week out in green. All right, so here are my losses, guys. Unfortunately, I did take a loss on that trade. Lost about 315, 830 on these accounts, 305 on this account. So you can see the red for the day, but for the week, I'm still in profit. So it's been a great week so far. We were on a pretty hot win streak, guys. If you guys saw my win streak, so looking at this so far, we're in a win streak for about 2 weeks almost. Yeah, basically 2 weeks, 2 complete weeks. We had a win on Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I had a loss today on the 18th, unfortunately. But I'm still in profit for the week, so I'm not really, it's not a big deal. I mentioned this yesterday to you guys. I said today it didn't really matter what I took. If I took a win or a loss, I'd still be in profit for the week. So I'm happy with that. Trying to update my positions over here on TraderSync. It's taking a while though. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon. The the what's it called? Today's like today in general was just kind of weird. Like for my daily outlook, it was super, super off. And then also, um, yeah, I don't know. Also with the yeah, because this stuff is super off. I gotta go ahead and redo everything here again. Check the actual details for today's setup. Yeah, I gotta redo everything here. This is the first time AI's been like super, super off with my information. All right, looks like there may be another opportunity right here, guys. It's getting close to 8 o'clock though, so if you guys do decide to take this, feel free to take it, but take it at your own risk. So entry is going to be right here at 4475 if it makes it down that far. It's a big if. It's weird. All right, so it hasn't closed below it yet, guys. It is still pushing down from here. So if you guys are looking to take this as a high-low break and retest, it's got to close below the 4475. All right, let's see. Sam said, "Yeah, everyone's green. Have a great weekend, guys. Bad ATR. Yeah, the volatility is really low, guys. I'm not really expecting anything to happen here, so I'm probably gonna wrap this up for the day. Unfortunately, I took a small loss for the day, but I'm still up for the week, so it's a green week for us. This is all that we aim for, guys. Like I mentioned to you guys in the past, your main goal is really to close out each week green. Every day is not going to be green, but if you can close out every week green or majority of the week's green, you're going to close out the month in the green. And if you can close out majority of the months in green, you're going to close out the year in the green. So, pretty solid day overall. If you guys are still looking to take entry right here, the next entry for break and retest is going to be below this point over here. Um, don't have anything there yet, but if you guys are looking to take it, feel free to follow along. So. All right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, these are my stats for the week. We had, let's see, so this week started on the 15th. We had one win, one loss on the 15th. We had one win on the 16th, or two wins on the 16th, and then one loss today. So we had basically two losses and three wins. Pretty solid week. So here are my profits for the week. This is my loss for the day and then my profits for the week. So I'm up about, I'd say about like 40,000 for the week. So it's not bad. Can't complain about that, right? So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap this up. There's no entries here. Price has not come back down below this lower low point. This lower low point is no longer useful. We have a new low point right here. So if you are looking to take this high low break and retest, you can look for price to break and close below this point right here, which is 44,480. Look for the retest and write it back down further. Otherwise, that's about it for the day. So, all right, guys, have a great week.